in cooking, ignorance isn't exactly bliss, but the blissful nature of first learning things when you are ignorant, going from the here to here in terms of knowledge, that is absolutely blissful. And due in no small part to the excitement you get from learning every new ingredient, every new technique, and how fucking giddy you are to go and try that in your own endeavors in the kitchen later. That's a fire that can carry you very, very far, and will serve you very well. Basically what most people consider a chore, because people do fucking consider cooking a chore. They're like, ah shit, I have to do this. It makes it like a science experiment, fucking science fair project, because of all the different reactions and how the flavor profiles mix with each other. It makes it very rewarding because your family will love you more if you fucking cook nice things for them. Maybe not love you more. It'll be an extra nice thing that you can do for your family if you can cook for them. Same with friends, same with girls. So yeah, that's a bunch of enjoyment like that. But only if you keep this fire stoked. Because if you fall into the trap, if you fall into the get lost in the fucking intermediate hell that I'm gonna be I'm very excited to talk about this topic, so I'm fucking stuttering. So basically, whatever that you're excited about, whatever recipes. Give me a second, I just lost my train of thought. So essentially, in this video, we're gonna bear with me, I promise I'm a professional. We're gonna be going through what you can do to keep this fire stoked, right? Because this fire will carry you a long time, a very long way. But if you allow it to go out, and if you allow yourself to become disillusioned and don't keep the passion alive, don't keep the faith alive, then you won't reap any of the benefits I just told you about, and you'll fall out of love with cooking and you'll settle for the bare minimum like I have been prone to doing in the past. So the concept that I'm doing here, going to be discussing here, is called the bell curve. I'm in statistics right now, I know the fucking normal curve. Woo, woo. Very nice. So here we have the beginning, here we have the end, here we have the middle. This is the mindset here. You may physically be here because everyone like progresses from, you know, beginning to end, but the mindset in here in this middle is the fucking worst thing ever that I would like you to avoid. The mindset here and here is wonder and excitement and exploration at every ingredient. The mindset here is when you've been exposed to so much shit that you think you know everything, right? And so you know enough to think you know everything, but you don't know enough to know that you know nothing. So here you become very disillusioned, nothing really excites you anymore, no ingredients excite you, and this is where I like stop cooking as much as I should. Basically like soft quit cooking, right? Because here you have literally knowing nothing, and you're like, oh shit, the progress is so easy, I can just watch a few videos and like it all becomes amazing. Here on the very end, which is where you want to be as well mindset wise, is knowing that you know nothing and being like, oh shit, even no matter what the experiences I have, let's go. Humility here. People have been cooking for thousands of years. There's a lot that I don't know, there's a lot that anyone doesn't know, and there's a lot that we can take from each other. This isn't some like fucking, you know, hippie socialist thing like, we should all share equally in the restaurant's profits or whatever, but it's more like we should all share equally in the knowledge. So let me give you some examples of the fuckers over here and the fuckers where we want to get to here. First of all, me. Here was me in the beginner stage. I was beyond hyped, like I've been hyped for nothing else before. When I watched MasterChef Worst Dishes and Moments, I reacted to it right now. I posted part one will be out in a little bit. And I'm just reading all these things like reduction, glaze, demi-glace, fucking miso. What even is this? Like halibut, sea bream, sea bass? What even are these things? Wagyu, what the fuck is a wagyu? Oh, tenderloin, that's the good cut, so that's the thing you make beef Wellington out of. Basically, I was learning more each and every day, each and every video, every cookbook. I was so fucking hyped when I was very young to get these cookbooks, and I would just open the pages like, wow, I never tried as many recipes from the cookbooks exactly as I should have. But still have them, still can make videos on them, so here we are. What can we do? We can only move forward. But the mindset was here. The mindset was perfect. I knew that I was going to become fucking goated at cooking no matter what, because there was basically an unlimited wealth of knowledge for me to fucking draw from the internet and books, and those who came before me, and I knew that I was going to harvest that and make cool things out of it. Now, over here is when, I would say around quarantine, around when I started going to the gym, I was really oversaturated with especially steak content, especially like Guga Foods. What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be making Wagyu A5 rib cap for $900. So let's do it. No. And then he does the grill. Guga is the go-to steak, by the way. It's just, I was getting used to him making all these steaks every fucking day of the week, and it was so, like, man, And then there was also like cognitive dissonance between that and what I was used to in my daily life, which is like Ralph's USDA choice top round or whatever the fuck. I think they even discontinued Select. I don't think I've seen a USDA Select steak in my, like in a very long time, or in my life, and I haven't, I just don't remember. I may be talking out of my ass on that one, but that's besides the point. So there was this cognitive dissonance between like, yeah, I know about all these higher end echelon fancy things, but here's what I'm forced to work with, and I didn't appreciate that, and I didn't appreciate the vegetables, especially. I was like, what the fuck, these are carrots. No, Mom, I'm not gonna help you peel the carrots. I want to do the real cooking. I want to make the sauces. I want to make the steak. I want to make the bread dough, all this other shit, and other cuisines as well. I'm still this way right now with Korean food, because just like somehow the Latin alphabet of names of Korean food really fucking annoys me, which is like, man, why do you have like 3 T's after each other? Come on now. Finnish does the same thing, so I guess that is like a little bit of maybe double standard from my end. Oh, low power mode. But basically, so these other cuisines, I'm like, okay, fuck you, I'm too good for this. Nothing can beat steak, and I know how to make steak, whatever else. And I got disenchanted, and then I started going to the gym and stopped cooking as much. And the result is like a fucking 2 centimeters gained on my arm over like fucking 9 billion workouts. So I gotta bring out my arms. That's another point. It's okay. I got pretty good width. Well, you can't fucking see it right here, but my waist goes in the latissimus. I can do a pretty good lat spread, especially from the back. So what am I trying to say here? I transitioned from here into this intermediate phase where you become this kimchi soy glazed fucking miso steak wagyu autist that just thinks they know everything because they know a couple of the terms, and they don't appreciate the regular food, and they start ignoring the small things, which obviously makes your food worse, because if you get lazy on the onion chopping, you get lazy on the fucking julienning of like the herbs, whatever else, it doesn't look as nice. You start slacking on the presentation, because you think you know everything, and you're like, oh, what the fuck, these small things don't matter. I want to do the big shit, but I can't do the big shit because I don't have access to like Wagyu gold tomahawks or whatever. And then you just start, your food quality degrades, and that gets less motivating, because if you cook like shit, then you're not gonna be very motivated to cook much, now are you? The number one thing, when you talk to someone and you're like, oh hey, do you know how to cook? No. Why? Because I can cook amazingly, I just don't want to. You don't fucking hear that. You hear, oh, I burnt down the stove once, I boiled water and it burnt. How the fuck did you burn ice cream? Things like that. Now, side note, if you don't want to be one of these people, please check out the link in the description below. It is my online paid course. Teaches you all the basics of cooking. Teaches you a bunch of other knowledge that you won't get from other fucking cookbooks and online videos. Mainly personal secrets, right? That's what, it's like personal conversations that I've had with a couple of people. That's what like the main thing that makes it stand out is I teach you what they taught me. Some of those people are fucking very old and in different countries or states, so it's just gonna be me relaying to you the information, and you like kind of believing that, trust me bro, he's saying the truth. So check that out in the description if you're one of these people who are like, oh shit, I fucking burn down the kitchen every 2 seconds and want to learn cooking. Now let's get back to the meat of the video. So when you're shit at cooking, it discourages you, and being this intermediate mindset, it makes you shit at cooking because you start ignoring the small things. Now, what do you do then to get on the other side of the bell curve, and who should you follow? Because Guga does very advanced things. He does like $10,000 worth of equipment, whatever. He also, I think, has like a more home cooking centered channel now, where he makes some videos. Well, this is in like 2018, bro. I stopped. 2018 to 2020 was when I watched. After 2020, I kind of stopped, and a bunch of it is when I stopped following Guga Foods very religiously. So, and a bunch of these things are like the Joshua Weissman and like Nick DiGiovanni. I cooked Mr. Beast's foot fungus for him. Like, these are all very fucking performative, and like Gordon Ramsay is in my. So there was like a wild animal over there from that noise, but. Gordon Ramsay isn't my like top 5 favorite people of all time, right? Top 5 biggest role models of all time. But the shit he's doing now with like the Costco idiots, like I don't know. It's just not, it's such a publicity stunt. So, who should you follow? Who should you listen to? if you want to get into this upper echelons and regain this love for cooking, and regain this wonder and curiosity, which is the beginner's advantage. That's the video title. That's the advantage the beginners have, because it's a pretty similar mindset here and here. And I'm just trying to get out of the intermediate hell and trying to, oh, that's a fucking nice pose. Hold on. My shit's so lagging, bro. I really do need to do more curls. But, so, here's where I'm trying to transition from the intermediate stage to the advanced stage of the mindset. And, who I think is going to help me with that is Marco Pierre White and Gennaro Contaldo. And there are, I said that so Americanly, Gennaro Contaldo, Gennaro Contaldo. I'm not Italian yet. So, these two guys, just please Google. If you listen to how they speak so passionately about cooking. Also, Gordon Ramsay in like the early 2000s, where he was traveling all around the world, that's absolutely fucking peak fiction. That's basically how I want my life to go. So, and in Boiling Point, he just fucking, like, I don't know, takes out a lot of his anger, so maybe that's not the best. Boiling Point is like a very early documentary that Gordon Ramsay did. But, yeah, him in the early 2000s, Marco Pierre White, Gennaro Contaldo, Jamie Oliver. His recipes don't look really good, like, fucking at all, except for like a few. And like, he's memed on, but the mindset, I don't recommend you follow many of his recipes, because he's like it's just really funny. But the mindset is absolutely amazing, and you can tell that he loves cooking, or at least you can tell that the character he puts on TV loves cooking, because you'll look at these people and you're like, Marco Pierre White will be very casually stirring the eggs. He fucking gave back his Michelin stars, made Gordon Ramsay cry, whatever the fuck. He's like, "Hey, little cunt, and go on, fucking boil your eyes out then." And then he rescinded his Michelin stars, and now they're making scrambled eggs, making absolutely amazing, as Hamza would say, peng-looking food, or as British people would say, peng. And he's just saying, like, don't rush things. If you tend to rush things, they break. And sure, there's like the Knorr stockpot thing, that's like kind of a sellout thing, but he's reaching out to a broader audience, and the average housewife can like do that to, especially like with steaks and shit, like impart so much more flavor than they would usually. So that was for Marco Pierre White. He just has a fucking absolute wealth of knowledge. Like, you know, he's going at like maybe 10% intensity right now, because yeah, where he really revealed this, that he's still about this fucking life, is when he says, "I'm not a professional cook anymore, I'm a home cook." And just there's fucking absolutely like finger blast 3000ing the like onions, and it just, or the garlic, and it's just, or some herb, maybe basil, I'm not even sure. And he starts chopping that shit so fine, and you're like, okay, this guy has put in his several decades, he knows what he's talking about, I'm gonna listen to him. And the love that he shows, the passion, he's still very curious about every ingredient. He's like, he shows appreciation to every ingredient. Especially the British chefs, they kind of have to do this. The Americans can go like, "I got this fucking Wagyu tomahawk for $300 because I was born into a family of wealth. I'm gonna put it on the grill and I'm gonna make sex jokes." But the British chefs can't really do that. Number one, because, I don't know, they're more likely to come from fucking drug addict, abusive, alcoholic households. And number two, because the steak there has no marbling, because the fucking cows are fed differently, or like raised differently, or whatever. So they actually have to learn to impart flavor. They have to learn to do something other than the cookie cutter fucking butter garlic thyme, "oh wow, look at me, I'm so impressive," thingamabobber with their steaks. And so they get to learn their ingredients, they get to learn their seasonings, they get to learn their flavor profiles, and that really comes through. Same with the Italian Gennaro, who he makes like strawberry risotto. I feel like such a fucking like fake after watching the video, because if you Google this guy, Gennaro Contaldo, I'm just gonna say it the American way for now, because it's easier for me. Well, equal amount of ease, but that's the one I've chosen for now. But so if you look at his channel, you'll see so much fucking wisdom, but you'll notice the accent immediately, and you'll notice like it's a disgrace that I'm saying risotto instead of risotto. So yeah, he speaks very passionately just by virtue of him being Italian, but also because of the years that he's put into this. And a bunch of things aren't necessarily optimal. That's the last lesson I'll leave you with. A bunch of these things these people do aren't necessarily optimal in terms of like fucking top nutritionists and like America's Test Kitchen and like fucking, I don't know, Andre Rush, White House chef, whatever the fuck else, who's like absolutely on their A game. doing all the scientific shit. And like Bon Appetit, America's Test Kitchen, Chef Steps, these things, they don't use sous vides, they don't use fucking, well, they do use them, but they don't like spam sous vide on every single meat. They just amassed a bunch of really good passion, love, and knowledge with which they use to impart flavor and aesthetics and whatever else into their dishes. And that's why they continue to do it at such a young age, way past 50. Both these guys are, I think, in their 60s. The Italian guy, Gennaro Cantaldo, maybe even older, even 70s, whatever. Not whatever, that's a humongous deal to still be there, loving cooking, doing your thing, making videos. He also had a friend who made, I think, still the greatest carbonara video to this day. He unfortunately passed away. That's a very rest in peace, because you can also see his love for cooking. So pick these people, and if you have a family member who you know who maybe doesn't do things the most optimal way, but their shit just tastes absolutely amazing. Okay, that doesn't sound good. Their cooking just tastes absolutely amazing. Learn from them as well. Like your grandma, great grandma, if they're alive, that's extremely lucky, extremely fortunate. Go talk to them, learn their traditions, learn their love of cooking, because if they're still doing it at this age, it's a lovely sign. And don't get caught in this intermediate hell where you think you know everything. That's the beginner's advantage in cooking. As a beginner, you can use the advanced mindset because they're pretty much the same. Be very curious, be very open to every single ingredient, every single technique. Treat them all with the respect they deserve and the love they deserve. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Oh, also, click the description, paid product, learn to cook.